with continued strength. I ran into an incident early Tuesday morning, all the way to Tuesday afternoon, about 4 o'clock. I just ask you to continue to pray for my business partners to be, and also my second career. And continue to pray for me as a Christian abroad as well as in the community. And I just ask you to continue to pray and forgive us.
Our Father, who is out in heaven, Father, thank you. Thank you for another day. Thank you for our health and strength, Father, to come to this place, this study your word.
Yeah.
I pray that when you visit this Father, we be praying in our everyday life, Father, that we be better and let it be. Right now, just come praying for one that we might be with him, Father. We know Father, sit there and Father, you don't know what you do with it. So we can now our own stuff as we do it. Father, I pray for the whole church. God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
God, with all the sisters here that lay with him, with all the trouble that lay with him.
Amen.
Be with him, Father, give him strength, Father. Be with our spirit leader, Father.
Yeah.
Things that you teach. We can do that, we can tell someone else because that's the word it's all about. It's not about it. But thank you for the United States, for the president. Thing that didn't really say something about it, all that they make it come about it, we can do about it. The Jesus comes about it, about people all of us, all the church, I pray that they all be on the same page. Lord, like this son, Jesus, we give you $9,000. We were all the one that was in the hospital, one that's up in the nursing home, one that at home just can't get out. Father, that's what we have. Father, thank you. Thank you for all the things that you do. Father, we can go on through this service. Father, thank you. We love you.
Amen.
There's not enough
See everybody this evening for our Bible study, and we are on Ecclesiastes chapter 6, and we are in the booklet entitled "The Cornerstone of Our Faith." I thought about Meaningless, a study of Ecclesiastes. Lesson 6 is entitled "Common Evil Among Men." And if you would look at page number 40, this is the last section of this lesson, and this has a teaching point, or several teaching points in it that we want to take with us from this lesson. In the first paragraph of on page 40, you see the bottom part of the lesson is called the inscription. And anybody need a copy of the lesson? Anybody? Okay. All right. Anyone? Okay, Mike. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. The inscription. First paragraph is it says the common evil among men is what? You look at page 41, the first discussion question, very first discussion question is what is the common evil that Solomon said among men? And the common evil how Solomon is seen among men is ingratitude. Now, and the lesson says that one characteristic of an ungrateful person is that they do what? What do they do?
One thing they do not have rather than just concentrate on how they have been blessed by God.
Right. An ungrateful person, one is to like spending time thinking about what they do not have rather than concentrating on how they have been blessed by God. And of course, the Ecclesiastes chapter 6 verse 9, it says, better what the eye sees than the roving of the appetite. This too is meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Now, he said, by way of review in our discussion of this chapter, we talked about the ungrateful person too. Does anybody remember in our discussion ungrateful person? I'm sorry?
You said, oh, I'm sorry.
Ungrateful person. If you remember in verse number 1, Solomon said, I've seen another evil under the sun, sore evil, and it says a man to whom God has given riches and wealth and honor, so that he lacks nothing for himself of all he desires, yet God does not give him power to eat of it. Okay. Anybody remember our discussion that God does not give him power to eat of it? But a foreigner consumes it. This is vanity, and it's an evil affliction. You remember we talked about how someone who doesn't own your something that belongs to you, they don't own what belongs to you, they can enjoy it better than you can. And so why is that? Why is that?
He didn't work for it, he had to do nothing to get it.
Okay. All right. He didn't have to do anything to get it. Okay. All right. The text says, yet God does not give him power to eat of it. Okay. We talked about that phrase, God does not give him power to eat of it. Anybody remember what we talked about? How is it that God does not give him power to eat of it?
Otherwise, the one looked at like that. You accumulate a whole lot, but your mind is on what you accumulate, still enjoying it.
Okay.
And your mind is, otherwise, you don't think about what God appreciates and gets to go and eat and enjoy what life gave you.
Okay.
You're going to sleep all night, wondering who's going to mess with you, who's going to take that.
Right.
And also, even though you have what you need, always complain about something else or
Never satisfied.
never satisfied. and don't try to help anybody else.
Okay, Sister Osborne, that's true. Okay, Sister Brenda.
It says at the top of page 39, and so God does not give them power or help to eat and enjoy it because of the sin of ingratitude.
Okay, all right. So I think, in our discussion, we worked on, how to visualize this concept of God does not give them power and let's just use Solomon. For example. In previous chapters, Solomon says that he hasn't denied himself of anything under the sun. I think if you look back at chapter 3, no, not chapter 2. I said, in my heart, verse number 1, now I will trust Jesus' murder, therefore enjoy pleasure, but surely this also is vanity. I said of laughter, madness, murder, what does it accomplish? I searched in my heart how to gratify my flesh with wine. So Solomon, verse number 4, I made my works great, built myself houses, planted myself vines, made myself gardens, orchards, planted all kinds of fruit trees. I had everything. And then all throughout this writing, he says, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. So is Solomon an example of a person who has everything that you could think of, and then God does not give him power to enjoy it? So the question is, how does God not give a person power to enjoy it?
He's never satisfied with
Okay, all right. So we talked about how the concept is, if we obey God, God blesses us. If we disobey God, then God does not bless us. I think, one example of that is in Leviticus 26, verse number 3. If we obey the statute, judgments, observe the statute, laws, and judgments of God, God's going to bless us. He's going to give us, children of Israel is going to give them rain in due season. So that chapter, Leviticus 26, is the chapter of blessings and cursings. If you obey me, this is what I'll do. If you disobey me, starting at verse 13, this is what I'll do. So they have great advantages in obeying God. They have great disadvantages in disobeying God. Okay? So here is God blessing a person with everything that they could possibly imagine, but they're not enjoying it. How can that be? Well, one of the things that causes that to be is our concept of blessings and cursings. If I obey God, then I'm blessed. If I disobey God, I'm not blessed. Okay? So, where's God's power in that?
In obeying.
Okay, God's power is in obeying. All right, well let's think about this. Okay, if I do what God says for me to do, is it possible for me to still be unhappy?
Yeah.
What? It is possible for me to still be unhappy doing what God says to do. Have you ever, we'll just say coming to church. We're supposed to worship. We're not supposed to forsake the assembly of ourselves together. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 25. Jesus says, this do in remembrance of me. Luke 22. On the first day of the week, the disciples came together. So we're supposed to come together on the first day of the week. So we come on the first day of the week. Have you ever come on the first day of the week and didn't enjoy worship? No. Just not. But even if you haven't experienced, have you ever heard folk talk like that?
Yeah.
I did not enjoy worship.
Yeah.
Now, even though they came, that's what God commanded them to do.
Right.
But it is possible to do, perform and act, and not enjoy.
You know, brother, I'm really going to be honest, because not only is it possible, it has occurred to me where I have assembled for worship, and I certainly know what the scriptures teach on Hebrews, assembling and so forth, and have gone away from worship not feeling fulfilled spiritually. And if we are all true to ourselves, I'm not judging anybody. I think all of us have fallen in our sphere of worship over the years. I can't wrap my arms around it every time. I really can't. Because sometimes it's your own personal problems that may interfere with your worship. Sometimes it may be some things that are transpiring within the body with members that interfere with your worshiping God acceptably. Are they reasons? Should that be an excuse? No. But is it reality? Yes. And we have to be true to ourselves. We really do. Because that's Satan's job to, we just finished VBS. He's a deceiver, he's a discourager, all of those things. And that can happen. But that's why we have to have a study life and a prayer life to help us and to allow the Holy Spirit, when we sense that we may be growing a little weak or we're veering away from where we should be, to ask God, the Holy Spirit that indwells, to get us back on the correct path. Because we're human. That can happen. It can happen.
Right. So it is possible. That's my only point. It is possible. Now, for whatever reason, right, it is possible. So when Solomon says, well, God has blessed me with honor, will, everything I can imagine, but then God doesn't give me the power to enjoy it. It is possible for me to be in a place and be in the right settings and still not enjoy it. Okay? So if that's possible, then we've got to discover, why do we not enjoy it? Well, if you remember in our discussion, Solomon in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, he said, I said in my heart. So who is he dealing with? He's himself. Who is he seeking to gratify? Himself. Okay, now here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. When God gave Solomon all of the possessions that he had, remember Solomon wasn't poor when he became king. Right? He wasn't poor because who was his dad? David was his dad. So now he wasn't poor. So but when God blessed Solomon, what did that do? Man, that just fast forwarded him. Man, that put him in a category Right. So you calculate Solomon's annual salary, from, I did this a few years ago, but gold now is much more than it was a few years ago. I'm not doing that, but, a month or two ago was like right at $1,700 an ounce. So, like a few years ago, I was, looking at Solomon, and his annual salary was $26 million. $26 million plus. When Queen Sheba brought Solomon, this was a few years ago, when Queen Sheba brought Solomon a gift, that was a gift was over $600,000, worth over $600,000. Now $600,000 is a lot of money now. $26 million is a lot of money now. For all of the technology, and they didn't have a quarter of the stuff we have now. So $26 million. annual salary, $26 million.
Amen.
Man, that's a lot of money now. You know, so you can just imagine, Solomon. You remember, Solomon, he was gold. If a guy came along with silver, and Solomon's eyesight, that wasn't his on him. And Solomon was about to go. So, but now, why did God escalate him? Remember, 1 Kings chapter 3, we already studied. Remember, if you remember, what did Solomon ask for? Wisdom. Right, that's right. To serve God, to judge God's people. Right. So, God says, since you didn't ask for riches for yourself, I'm going to give it to you. So now, what Solomon received was for whose glory? God. It was for God's glory. But in chapter 2, Solomon says, I'm trying to get all of this. I'm trying to experience this for home. Myself. Now, after God gave him all of this for his glory, then Solomon starts thinking about home. That happens all the time. So now, Solomon has all these blessings that God gave him, and who is he struggling with? He's struggling between satisfying God and satisfying himself. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now think about it. If God gave me all that I have, and I know God gave me all that I have, but I really want to take what God gave me and satisfy myself with it. And what I want to do to satisfy myself is not necessarily what's going to glorify God. Right. Then, what am I going to show myself to be toward God?
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful. And so now, the text says that God did not give him the power to enjoy. Now, okay, think about that. God did not give him the power. God blessed him with all the stuff, but God didn't give him the power to enjoy. No. Right. Where does the power to enjoy come from? It comes from yourself. It comes from you accepting the very person who gave it to you. Amen. It was for his people. Right. That's right. He didn't do that. That's right. That's right. That's right. So, yes, sir.
Well, now, Solomon blessed also from David.
Absolutely. Because you remember when Solomon got ready to build the temple, David had already stored up. That's right. He had already stored up gold. Man, he had just wow. Now, remember, we talked about how that not only did David store up riches for the temple, he had his own personal riches. And he gave from his own personal riches to build the temple. So yeah, Solomon came into tremendous wealth. He came into tremendous wealth. But the lesson, regarding ingratitude comes in where and I'm hoping that you'll take this away with you, how the ingratitude comes. It doesn't come from you not just saying, thank you, Lord. No. It comes from the idea that I'm not accepting the very purpose in which God has placed me. Right. That's where the ingratitude comes from. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep because it's kind of like you remember when we were coming up, when you're small, if you didn't do certain things, you get hit for. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that? If say for instance, you're small and someone said, gave you something, and you just walked away. And you didn't say thank you. And so you would get in trouble for that. Anybody got in trouble for that? And so, what made you remember to say thank you was not the fact that you liked it so much. What made you remember to say thank you is because you didn't want to get busted. Yeah. No, it's not the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. If you listen, if Brother Amos is, if you think about Brother Amos all day, and you want him to come home, and you want him to enjoy the evening, okay? You ain't gonna fix him the best, his favorite food, because if I don't have his favorite food fit, he gonna fuss. No, you've been thinking about him all day. You want him to be home with you. You want to enjoy him at home with you, so you're gonna do something for him, right? Because you are wanting to please him. Right. Not because he gonna fuss or he gonna walk in and see that you done cook something he don't like. He gonna go back outside and not come in the house. Still, but y'all understand what I'm saying? At some point, you're going to show gratitude because you love and accept the person that you're showing gratitude for, not because you're going to be punished or ridiculed or reprimanded, for not showing. We were small, what made us remember was that's right. That's what we made us remember. But then as we get older, we're not driven by that. Nobody's gonna whoop us. But Jeremy don't say thank you. What's Sister Pam gonna get? You imagine Sister Pam trying to whoop Jeremy? You know what I'm saying? But she don't have to whoop Jeremy now. She's doing it well. Oh yeah, you don't have to whoop. It's a whooping. You're driven by whooping. Okay, look at this back. Look at this back. This is Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6. Paul says, "Be careful for nothing. Everything by prayer, supplication, with thanksgiving." The word thanksgiving is from the Greek word is spelled Euchrist, Eucharist, and it carries the idea that you are grateful for receiving what you know you deserve. I said something. Mercy is not getting what you deserve. Grace is getting what you know you didn't deserve. So Thanksgiving there is, I'm grateful for receiving what I know I didn't deserve. Alright, so when you look at, we're driven by the word, that's true. We're driven by the word from the standpoint that I'm standing here, I'm sitting here, and I know I shouldn't be. If I got what I deserve, I wouldn't be here. And so because I'm getting what I don't deserve, I am offering myself. I'm yielding myself to the Lord because He's always giving me something, even when I don't deserve it. So He don't have to beat me, my eyes are open. I'm seeing. And that's what Solomon is saying. Here's the ungrateful person. Ungrateful person got it, but they're not grateful because they're suffering over, I don't want to do this God's way. I want to do this my way. I don't want to do what God wants me to do with this. I want to do what I want to do with it. But then the stranger, the farmer, he doesn't have that struggle. He doesn't have that, but he's not struggling with anything. Right. He's not struggling with anything.
That's the reason Solomon reached back there and asked God for that wisdom. You understand what's going on. It's all self. Until he can get that wisdom and be able to sip out.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. But here's the thing, and this is the thing that comes to my mind, is that God gave it to him. He asked for it. God gave it to him. And then after God gave it to him, he still allowed self to get in front of his relationship.
But at the end, he was trying to make it right, though.
Thank God for him. Thank God for him.
Well, I'd rather you have to wait to the end, though.
We should. That's why we have out there.
We don't have to wait to the end, but then we should be
That's right. You absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We should have. The Bible says whatsoever was written aforetime is written for our learning. So we're supposed to learn. We got examples, 1 Corinthians 10 verse 6, that we should follow. That we should not follow. It's the same things that they fell into. But please remember that the ingratitude that this text is talking about is not you just going along and not saying thank you. Right. The ingratitude is rooted in you struggling between accepting yourself over God versus accepting God over yourself.
It is such thing as a struggle. That's why it says a wall. So you don't struggle.
Right. But listen,
you have to make a choice.
Right.
And it ain't going to be later. It should be soon.
Right.
Because the struggle ain't going away.
It's not.
It's going to be here. It's going to be there.
Right. All we here is going to be with us at some point.
That's right.
So now, for everyone, can you visualize the ingratitude now?
Yeah.
You don't have the power to be grateful until you accept God and the purpose for which He's placed you in the position that you're in.
That's right.
Look at Paul. Did Paul look like he was ingrateful?
No.
Before he became a Christian. Yeah, he did. But even though he was claiming to be a servant of God, he was still showing himself to be ungrateful because he wasn't accepted. Remember what Jesus says? He says, it's hard for you to kick against the prick. Right. And so the Lord is saying, instead of you going forward with me, you are trying to go back. And the prick, when you sit there driving a mule on a horse, and instead of the horse, you said, get out the door. And the horse said, I didn't know. And then it is the prick ain't moving. And it says that so the prick says, no, you want in the wrong direction. And so that's what the Lord was telling Saul. You're kicking against the prick. You're going in the wrong. You're trying to go backward. You need to be going forward. And Saul, now you let Saul tell you, hey, I'm doing what God wants me to do. But when God says it, no, you're not. You're not going forward. You're going back. And so it is possible. It is possible for us to think that we're doing right, but in God's eyesight, we're not. And it's not until we say, okay, Lord,
That's it.
I'm going to see it your way. I'm going to do it the way you say do it. That's when you're showing yourself to be grateful. Be grateful. And that's awful challenge, because we all have our own way. We want to do things. And so many, we have so many situations where we want to do things our way. And sometimes our way is not God's way. Now, so the ungrateful person. Now, the lesson talks about the grateful person. Okay, so second paragraph in the scripture says the grateful person will be what?
Happy.
Okay, all right. A grateful person will be happy with what they have. Why?
Because they understand greedy.
Okay.
Understand better things.
Okay. All right. The grateful person is going to be happy because they understand nicer and better things is foolish. Okay. All right. So. Okay. So if I'm grateful, don't fix the way. I'm playing the devil's advocate now. If I'm grateful, am I not supposed to want nicer and better things? No.
At the same time, we need to be grateful and satisfied with what we have.
That's the
question you feel for.
If I'm grateful, am I not supposed to want nicer and better things?
Yeah, you should want it,
but at the same time, you should be humble for what you have.
Right. Right. You should be humble. And humble, it's interesting to use that term. Humble characterizes. Okay, when we say we're supposed to be humble with what we have and what we get, what does that mean? Just for the sake of the things.
Not to get big-headed. Not to think you're better than everybody else.
Right.
Accept it and just move on and just keep accepting things, but at the same time, not think you're better than the next person because they don't have.
Okay. Taking care of your stuff. Taking care of your things. Yeah. Right. And if I had anything to add to that, that's all. You're not to think you're better, taking care of what belongs to you, and anything else to add.
No, also be helpful.
Be helpful. And I'm looking for something else. Being satisfied. Now, what makes us helpful, satisfied, taken care, not being big-headed is we know that that's right. That's right. I didn't get, it wasn't my ingenuity that got me on.
Some people think like that.
That's the key to humility. Is the understanding that somebody is functioning bigger than me. That's causing me to be and do what I do. So, and listen, I breathe, but I'm not producing the air.
That's right.
You can look at my skin and see that I've been in some sunshine, but I didn't make the sun, right? And so I got blood running warm in my veins, but man, I don't know no formula on how to make blood. If my blood spills all out, then guess what? I know. That's right. Because I don't know how to. I can't even put no blood back in me. Isn't that something? If you were sitting down home with 6 quarts of blood that's been divided, I think, and then you'll find a whole 6 quarts of blood. Yeah, 6 quarts of blood. You sitting in the room with 6 quarts of blood. What's that? A gallon and a half of blood? You can't even get it in you. You know what I'm doing? So somebody's bigger than us is causing us to be who we are and do what we do. That's the idea of humility, humbling ourselves. So, all right, so
excuse me, Brother Stranger, before we move on. So what is the answer to that question?
the answer to that question,
the question you asked.
Right. The answer to that question is that I look for ways to glorify God.
That's right.
That's the answer to that question. Let me give you an example. Let's turn over to John chapter 15. I think we looked at this when we John chapter 15. All right. This is familiar. All right. So. All right. Okay. Well, let's see what's happening. Okay, I've got it. We're going to go down, if you don't mind, to verse number 16. Verse number 16. This ought to make you really.
You have not chosen me.
Mm-hmm.
I have chosen you.
Okay.
And have ordained you that you should grow and bring forth fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And that your fruit should remain.
Mm-hmm.
And whatsoever you ask of the Father in my name, will give it to you.
Okay. All right. So he says, number one, you didn't choose me.
That's right.
I chose you. Does that sound like he's calling us to humility? Yeah. Somebody's bigger than us. They're responsible for who we are and what we do. He didn't choose me. I didn't make me. He made me. I didn't tell Jesus to come and die for my sins. He decided to do that. When I was without strength, in due time, Christ died for me. Okay. So he says, if I bear fruit, okay. All right. Now bearing fruit. When I bear fruit, what do I demonstrate? Verse number 8. Look at verse number 8.
This is my Father glorified. That ye bear much fruit. Oh, shall ye be my disciples.
Alright, so I'm his disciple. And I'm glorifying God. When I'm bearing fruit. Right? When I'm glorifying God. What does glorifying God mean? I'm making who beautiful? God beautiful. See, to glorify means to make. It's just like if Brother Jay get a new what is that? That Lincoln, what's that big Lincoln they got out now? What's it, the MKS or something? MKC, whatever it is. The miles to the gallon. And so Brother Jay gets out on Sunday morning, you know he's parked on the side, and he got a rag in the back pocket. Then he gets out, and he closes the door, and give it a stroke. And then he drove it all the way, you walk to the back, drove it all the way to the back, then he went on to the door. Then when he comes out to get in it, he strokes it again. You see what I'm saying? Wisdom that comes. make a special effort to make something beautiful, then we're glorifying. So we glorify God, we're making Him beautiful. So our speech, we make Him beautiful. The way we think makes Him beautiful. The way we act makes Him beautiful. How we live makes Him beautiful. All of that makes Him beautiful. But now, when we bring others to Christ, we glorify Him. Okay? So He says, you didn't choose me, I chose you, that you might bear much fruit. I chose you, so you can glorify me. That's right. So we are saved, we become Christians to make God beautiful. Now watch what He says. He said, your fruit remain. He says, now, when you're glorifying me through bearing fruit and your fruit remain, He says, what can you do? You can ask anything. That's right. Anything. Now, here's the question. All right. Ask anything to do what? That's right. That's right. That's right. I can ask anything that's going to glorify Him.
But whatever we ask, we don't know if it's going to glorify Him or not. Because He can take whatever we ask and use it to glorify Him. Preacher.
God does have the power and the ability to go beyond what we ask or think. Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 20. Yes, He's able to do that. He's able to take us to another level. We can talk about, and that's that's even with Saul, with Paul. I don't know if you remember, as I did, where Paul was on the ship. He was going to go and preach the gospel. Paul was set to go preach the gospel to Rome. But then God had to take him to another level. Got him out there on the sea. And Saul, he was under the sky. There ain't nothing but him and God. And they saw, and he had to see how awesome God was. And then once he came to grips with that, in the midst of the storm, he got up, looked at him and said, we been out here all these days, we ain't nothing. And these guys are looking at him like, man, it's a storm going on. You gotta make some food, pray and eat. And guess what? They looked at Saul and they got to eat. They got to eat too. In the midst of the storm. You can read that. In the midst of the storm. Because talk to me, preacher. Had to come and prove to God. Yes, sir.
That word said that and bring forth fruit that yield fruit should remain. But whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, He may give it to you. And God has His will. That's you put to ask Him His will.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anything outside of that, you will not get.
Right.
According to His
I think the context bears that out. I know 1 John chapter 3, he specifically states that. I think it's 1 John chapter 3 and verse 22. He specifically states that. But the context of the passage bears that out. If I'm chosen of God, I'm not in control.
I'm not in control already.
So I'm bearing fruit to glorify Him. So it should go without saying that if I'm going to ask for something, I'm going to ask within the purpose for which I exist.
Right.
It's kind of like if Brother Jay got his new car, and so I got I first Brother Jay, man, that's a nice car, and I sure would like to ride to church with you on Sunday. So I get so excited about Brother Jay coming to pick me up this Friday. I go buy me one rags. Get out, you know, he wipe off my wife. So I get so frustrated, see, you know, I'm, you know, taking care of the couch, and I'm frustrated. I need to go to the store, you know. Can you let me drive? Oh, sure. No. You let me drive. As soon as I get behind the wheel, I float. Barn Road. You don't want to take no man, cruise-o-matic all the way, you know. But me, once I'm good when I'm on the passenger side. And I can wait, you know, and I can live just like him. But once he give me the keys, I'm a different person. Yes, I do everything the opposite of what he is. But now, if I'm really in tune with Brother Jay, when he let me behind the wheel, what am I supposed to act like? Because that's his heart. That's his heart. Same thing. That's what Brother. I'm gonna stay within his boundary. Stay within his will. So to answer your question, Sister Brenda, the Lord is He's gonna give us everything we need to glorify Him. That's where my more comes from. That's what He did with Solomon. Solomon was supposed to take all of the stuff that God gave him and do what? Glorify Him. But the whole thing about Ecclesiastes is Solomon is saying, I pause for a moment. And I took care of me. And what I found out is trying to take care of me with God's blessings is vanity. Vanity. And that's how
So when these women be telling us, I prayed to God to get a husband, and I'm waiting on God to send me a husband. Now, what's going on with that? Is that a good prayer, or is that a bad prayer? That's a good prayer.
It depends upon what they are wanting a husband. Okay, now you remember back in the Old Testament, it was an honor for a woman to marry, have children, and if she didn't have children, then it was like you're less than a woman. And a prime example of that is Sarah's mom.
Right.
You know, she was constantly ridiculed by the Noah because she didn't have any children. And so even Sarah, she couldn't bear. She told Abram to go into Hagar because it was because Hagar belonged to her as a servant, the idea was we're just going to take that baby for our baby, so that they could have some honor. Right. So if and then this, you know, whenever you start talking like this, you know, are you really serious? But if she wants to have a Christian husband and she wants to bear children and devote those children to the Lord, that kind of thing, then there's nothing wrong with praying. But again, if there's more self-gratification than glorification of God, but now and I'm glad you brought this up, because what what we're facing here with the idea of ingratitude is the ingratitude comes in when I don't accept God's purpose. See, when I accept God's purpose for my life, then what makes God happy makes me happy. But if I'm seeking a happiness separate and apart from what pleases God, then that's when what I'm asking for becomes vanity. And so if she's going to, here's a Christian, a woman who wants a husband, and she's willing to be a Christian wife. She will practice being a Christian wife until a Christian husband. She'll practice being a godly woman. She wants to do that. It's nothing wrong with her asking God to bless her to do that. But if it's, I want a man,
you have to be careful with that. You know, everybody else now you have to be careful what they pray for because the devil is you too.
Right.
You might just say something and it ain't for God.
Right.
But you would know the difference because you need to pray to God.
Right.
Okay,
we're doing
Just like you were saying, pray for God, you know, man. I mean, if you pray to God for a man, God knows your heart, what you pray about. And if He sends you one, He sends you one to glorify Himself. To glorify Him through that man. Which sister just reminds me of what is it? I can't think of it. What is the name of it?
It's about saying, no, he lied. When his wife asked God's blessing, son,
Don't give the time to God.
Right.
You don't glorify God, but don't
promise to give her to him.
Yeah.
But you know, Brother Frazier, really, that's an interesting thing, that because it's a real life scenario. Sometimes our sisters, women, will, at whatever stage of life, maybe because of loneliness or whatever, because it's very serious, and they are invoking God in prayer. And one thing about prayer, you need to be specific when you go to God. If you're asking, and I'm not trying to create an apple, if you're simply asking God for a man, be very careful. But if you're asking God to create a path where you will position for the Christian man to come into your life, then that's a totally different thing. Because far too often, some women have gone out on their own, and I really mean that. They've asked, and they have regretted, because sometimes God will allow you to get that. He may allow it. He may not be in total agreement. It's not the best thing for you. But you can trouble God enough, and He will allow you to have that. And sometimes that is not the best thing for you, because your overall motivation wasn't about glorifying Him. So we have to be very careful.
True, that is true. And we're going to stop here. And the devil eavesdrops. Jesus out for 40 days and 40 nights with no food. And how does the devil know he had eaten?
Sometimes, Brother Frazier, in the class, God wants us to be, and it's tough sometimes, He wants us to be content where we are.
Well, and that's...
I'm just...
Right. And that contentment comes from accepting His purpose. You're not just going to say, okay, I'm just going to be content.
No.
It needs to be somewhere on time, and the traffic is backed up.
Out there, you know.
Traffic is backed up. Well, the traffic is backed. No, you trust that the traffic is backed up. It's not you just accept the fact that I'm gonna be late anyway. You know, you call, have you ever known you call to whatever your appointment is, you call again and say, I'm going to be late. And they say, okay, we got you, take your time, be safe. Then you stop fussing. Because now you have accepted that you're going to be late. But now, if you have no way of sending the message ahead, you're going to fuss that whole time. Either out loud or in your mind, because you're not satisfied with your condition. Not until you could become one with God's purpose. That is that's one of the major things in Ecclesiastes. Even though Solomon had all of that stuff, that's right. He ends Ecclesiastes with the whole duty of man to fear God and keep his commandments. We have that same practice. We have the same. Some of you are satisfied with what your parents taught you now, but years ago you weren't. You thought they were wrong. That's right. You thought they were over. Now you are saying the same thing. You said, you need to talk like our parents. The brother look like our mom. Probably sound right. And Jerry remember, he goes, that's right, mom. Yeah. But years ago, so the brother didn't agree with everything, whether she said it or not.
Yeah.
You didn't agree with everything.
No. You know, they kind of remind me of when I was growing up, I had an aunt, and I used to hate that woman. When I was a kid. And then as I grew older, and the more I dealt with her, I realized that I really truly loved her because she wasn't what I thought she was when I was a kid. She changed what she did, change over time. It didn't change.
Yeah. Thank God for time. Thank God for time. Yes. Because time is still shows a lot of life. And it still has more. What we're going to do next Wednesday is I want y'all to come back to class and I want y'all to teach me this sin of ingratitude. I want you to understand the sin of ingratitude. Teach it to me.
Teach you.
Sin of ingratitude. Because it's more than just not saying thank you. Giving you something, you just walk away. It's more to it than that.
Yes,
and we could be right here at church and be ungrateful. Yes. Saying, "Oh, how I love Jesus," till our lungs hurt, and be deep in the sin of ingratitude. And so we're going to do review next Wednesday. I think y'all are ready to show it to me. Make me feel like we really we are. That's what Mike's doing. 22? Okay, 22. Okay, 22. We thank God for 22 tonight. And please remember that, please remember Sister Linda Reynolds in your prayers. Yeah. She is out of town with her daughter. She's having a procedure. And she solicits prayers of the church, for travel, as well as for healing for her daughter. And
Also, this is after pray for Leo that she's going through.
right. She's having some family issues, and we want to lift up prayer for Sister Leo. And Saturday, we're going to have our food pantry at 8:30, like we normally do. We're also going to have our teachers' workshop. Some of our teachers work in the food pantry, so if you're not a teacher, please come and work in the food pantry so that our teachers and the education staff can enjoy the workshop. We'll start both at 8:30, so we'll be here at 8:30 and start. And then Sunday, we're not going to have class, we're going to have a general assembly in honor of the teachers. We'll have a special lesson for the teachers during Sunday school. And then we'll have worship service, and after worship service, we're going to have a tribute to our teachers, not going to be very long. And then after the tribute, we're going to serve our education staff dinner, serving them here at the church building. So we don't have to do it. Anybody on the education staff, you don't even have to make Kool-Aid this time. We're going to do it all for you all. We're just going to serve you.
I will make 2 or 3 cake. No.
You're going to
Some of y'all remember my wife just told us that there was a room line. I think they're going to have two services and food line.
Okay.
This Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, my uncle passed too, so we probably Saturday we'll be at his funeral.
Yeah. Okay. So we want to keep Brother Jordan and family in our prayers, and Brother Brown family in our prayers. I'm thinking that we want to give anyone an opportunity to make a prayer request or repent of sin. Give anybody an opportunity to do so at this time.
I want to join. You say join right now, right? I think that'll be Sunday, right? This is me, I'm on stage, y'all. I'm
going to be baptized. We're going to take a confession. We're going to go on the other side, and we're going to take a confession.
Amen.
That's what they get baptized.
I told you in the office that we said.
I told you to be baptized. But we want to do something else. All right, no, I want to do. I've been baptized. No, why did you get baptized in there?
Okay, now you remember?
I'm just asking. Why?
You understand?
When you are baptized.
I understand why I got baptized.
When remember we talked about Acts 2:4 said the Lord asked to save to the church.
Okay, let's do this. You ain't saying going all that. I'm not with it. Right? You didn't say what's going over there, you're going to duck me in the water. Yeah. Okay, we can do it. Maybe we have to stay a little while longer. I'm saying.
You want to be a member of the church party?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's really wonderful. Somebody go bring it up. Yeah, we're going to be all right. Come on, let's get it. I guess
to receive the messages that we had tonight.
Amen.
About how to treat God who does everything for us. And to realize that we need to be grateful for His mercy.
Yes.
We thank you, Father. Thank you, Father, for Terrence accepting you in his life. You as being his number one. We thank you for this. Glorifying you. And being baptized in your name. Father, we just thank you, thank you. This class is so meaningful. It expands our knowledge and allows us to grow insight and to help others to receive the benefit that you provide for us through providing your Son, Jesus, on the cross. That we should be saved and have eternal life just through baptism and obeying your will. So, Father, we just ask you to continue to bless each and every individual in the sound of my voice. Continue to do the goods that you do for us. And allow us to know that your good that you do